I am working as a behavioral specialist, and I have received a referral for an 8-year-old boy named Michael who is having trouble succeeding in a school setting. I've received this referral from an after-school program which he attends, and I find out that he's having trouble just with external behaviors. He's not able to focus and things like that. So I set up a meeting with the after-school program first thing to kind of get a little bit more information. And when I go have this meeting with them, the director is very assertive and doesn't really allow her staff to speak and jumps right in telling me how Michael fits the profile for a disordered child perfectly. He is not able to focus, he's not able to sit in his seat very well, and he's disruptive to the other children. And then she goes on to tell me a little bit about his family background. And his mom is a single parent and lets him watch lots of television and play video games and feeds him junk food and things like that. And then basically she ends with telling me that I just need to sign off on a recommendation to get him out of her program because she's worried that with him there, the other children aren't succeeding as well, and he is the problem and the reason that their program isn't doing as well, and she's worried that if their scores continue to drop, then they won't receive their funding anymore. So basically she wants me to come and get this kid out of her program so that she can continue to get money to exist and serve other children. And this is a high quality after school program that helps children with their homework and helps them to succeed in school. And Michael is causing her problems with that. So my personal response to this situation would probably just be sadness and disappointment in this program. It's clear to me that Michael needs just attention. The behavior that is described in this situation doesn't sound atypical in my mind. He sounds like an 8-year-old boy who has some energy and just needs some help, maybe focusing, or needs that attention that he probably isn't getting at home. I have learned, pretty much everything I've learned in college so far is making red flags go up in this situation. I've learned that children need individual attention and they need a lot more than just a diagnosis to be written off and then kicked out of a program because they're behaving different than other children or acting out. I know that there's probably a root cause going on. He's probably bored. The director did tell me that he's very intelligent. He just doesn't want to do his homework. So that tells me he's probably bored or just his needs aren't being met in this program. So I would probably, I don't know, it's a tricky one as far as what I would say to the director. I would tell them that I can't just sign off on anything without actually meeting the child and working with the family a little bit. So I think that I would make sure I took that next step before promising anything. I wouldn't want to just sign off on their papers and get Michael out of there without seeing what I could do to help that situation. I would definitely then go and try to meet with Michael, meet him, meet his family, and just kind of see if I can get a better idea of the situation because I think the director is probably a little biased and just telling me, probably exaggerating a little bit and telling me anything to get me to sign off and get Michael out of her class. I think values are really influential in this situation, all coming from the director of the program and also Michael's mom. It's clear that the impression I'm getting from the director is not that she cares about the children that she's helping, but that she cares about her program and its success and the money that it's bringing in for her, and that worries me because then I'm afraid the children aren't going to be getting the attention that they need, and their needs aren't really going to be met. As long as they don't serve her needs anymore, she's not going to serve their needs, which is clear from the Michael situation, and so I worry about the other kids that are in this program. And then, as far as I can tell about Michael's mom's values, if the director is being honest with me, and the statements about her being single and letting him watch a bunch of TV and play video games and things like that, if those are all true, I'm probably not surprised. if she is a single mom, she's probably very busy and probably doesn't have, is probably working really hard to support her and Michael. And if he has siblings, I'm not sure, that wasn't addressed. But I'm sure that she just wants what's best for her son, because that's what parents always want. And I'm sure that she probably needs some support in that, but she probably doesn't know where to go or who to ask for those kinds of things. So I would definitely, I'm sure that her values are in the right place, but I don't think that she's getting the support that she needs from the school or from her community. As far as I know, everything about this program, I don't think it's a very good program to be in this community. It doesn't sound like the director is truly passionate about the work that she's doing. And I know that if you do anything with kids, that's the most important thing that you need to have. You need to be passionate. You need to love what you're doing, or else it's not going to be worth it. You're not going to enjoy it, and the work that you do is not going to be very effective, and the kids aren't going to enjoy it, and they're not going to really get anything out of it. So it doesn't, in this situation, it doesn't sound like that's the case. And so that is a little bit concerning. And I have to wonder what the effect of this program is on the community and if it's actually benefiting it like it should. Yeah, and I'm especially worried, like I said, for the other children in the program, because if this is her response to Michael, who's just acting out and not being able to focus, which are not really that unusual behaviors for an 8-year-old, I have to wonder about the other children in the program and what their behaviors are like and how they're really experiencing this, because it doesn't sound like a place that is going to serve them very well. And so that is definitely a concern. And I think there definitely could be long-term effects for the children and families in this program. I think that the children they're going to see what the staff is doing, and they're going to understand the values of the program, and if they're not feeling cared about or valued, then they're going to take that, and they might retain values such as hard work and the importance of getting your homework done and the importance of school, and those things are great. So it's possible that this program is able to instill those values in them, but I worry about what it's going to do for their overall development, and if they're actually going to, experience, if they're getting the best experience that they could by being in this program. When I am thinking about a childcare program, one of the first things I would look at is the staff and their training and how in-depth they talk about child development and different things, depending on the age ranges of the children being served in this program. I definitely want to make sure that their staff are being trained in developmentally appropriate practices, and that they're able to give the best experience to the children, because in any childcare setting or a program for children or youth, the most important thing is the other people that they're around. And so I want to make sure that the staff or teachers or directors or whoever they're interacting with are passionate about what they're doing and really care about the kids and have the right things in mind. So that was definitely a high-quality childcare program is going to have superior staff with an extensive background in child development, and they're really going to care about and know what they're doing. I learned about the information in my response from all my classes and my internships. I got a lot of it from different internships and just getting to experience different childcare settings and programs, and just learning about the importance of what really makes a good quality program and a good environment for children. And I have definitely applied this information in my response in a real-life setting. The first thing that comes to mind is my summer camp experience. I've worked as a camp counselor for many years and also as an assistant director in a more administrative role at a summer camp. In both those times, I know that while, yes, the money and the business aspect is important in a childcare program because it is a business and it is your livelihood, the most important thing is how you're influencing the kids that you're working with and just giving them the best experience that you can.